What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are going over a Harbor Freight lift, motorcycle lift obviously, and I ended up getting this on Facebook Marketplace for like 250 bucks, and it ended up coming with this wheel chock. I have the stock one over there in the corner, so that was kind of nice that this extra thing came with it. I'm sure the wheel chock wasn't too expensive, but you know, for 250 bucks, the thing's like brand new. It was only used a couple times because the guy really didn't have any room. So it kind of made out pretty good, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure you could get these things, you know, during the winter if you use the coupon for like 250 bucks probably, or maybe even 300, whatever it is. But like I said, 250. It's like brand new. I'm not sure if these hooks are stock or not. You know, I don't know if they come with them, but that's nice to have. But yeah, so like I said, I'm very happy with this thing. It makes you, it makes it very convenient if you're going to detail a bike. You know, if you're going to do an oil change, you can bring the bike up so it's really at, at a good level where you're not crunching over on your back, laying on the floor. So it is nice to have. It is pretty long, so you want to make sure that, you do have enough room in your garage or, whatever you're using. And another thing to keep in mind is, if you have a Harley or something and you have raised bars, when you're bringing this thing up, you want to make sure that your bars aren't going to end up hitting the ceiling. And you have to understand that when this jack is pumped all the way up, it is going to move it back probably like maybe a foot or something like that. We'll see what it looks like. But yeah, so something else to note is on this type of wheel chock, when you bring the bike in, when you first load it up with the ramp that's over there, you load it up, and the front of the jack is going to go down a little bit. So I actually put some wood over there underneath it, just so that it keeps it stable. And, that's cheap to get, obviously. It's a pump jack, obviously. This is to pump it up. That's to release the pressure to bring it down. So, yeah, we'll start pumping it up now. So, show you how high this thing goes. Oh, something else to note. When you are, pumping this thing up, you have a couple options. You could use the tie strap and hold the bike securely. I would suggest using a rear stand, even if you're using the tie strap, just because it will keep the bike solid on the lift. So, all right, let's lift this puppy up. It's going to take a little bit. Since I'm not using straps, I'm just going to hold on to the handlebar just to be safe. I mean, with the rear stand, it's basically the same as if it was on the ground, so it is pretty sturdy. Like I said, just be aware of, what's behind you and what's on the ceiling. And we're getting up there, so. So something else to note is this jack is not supposed to be meant to just be lifted up and leave it there. You do have this pole, and you want to stick it through one of the holes depending on how far up you are. Alright? Push that until it stops. Then you want to release the pressure from here, pressing this one. Now, you want to go slowly with it to bring it down. You don't want to go too crazy. I think this thing popped out. Actually, I'll raise this back up a little bit. Let's see, did it pop out? Nah, it didn't really pop out. Raise it up a little more because I want to get the max height. I think we are there. Yep, so as you can see now, it's going to just rest on this thing is what you want. And this thing's pretty high up there, so you're going to slowly release the pressure. Like I said, go slowly with it. You don't want to go too fast to upset the jack. I think it's just about done. Yep, so if you can press the jack all the way down with a lever, it's 100% up. It's solid because it's on this, and you got a good height. There is YouTube videos on how to make this jack, use an air compressor or air to lift it up. So if that's something you're interested in, you could check that out on YouTube on how to do it. Okay, so this thing probably went back about, it probably goes back about 2 feet is what I'm seeing. But like I said, this is super convenient. I'm not leaning over. If I'm doing an oil change, I'm literally right there, which is great. So let me go back a little bit so you guys can kind of see how high it goes up. Like I said, this may be a concern if you have a Harley with how close it's going to be to the top of your ceiling, depending on how tall your garage is. So 2 thumbs up for this jack. I'm happy I bought it. It's affordable. It's it's cost effective. It does the job pretty good. So you really can't go wrong with these things. Another thing to note is, when you want to take this thing out and bring it back down, you got to pump it up a couple times. So let's do that to get the pressure off of there. Okay, pull this sucker out. Now, like I said, when you're bringing this bike down or the lift down, you want to go slowly. So don't just press the lever all the way down. Just slowly pressure on it till you see the jack start to go down. So it's going to probably take, 30 seconds, a minute, because I like to be gentle on the thing and not just drop it. A little bit more pressure to go a little faster. Alright, we're almost down. I mean, obviously you could go a lot faster with it if you want, but I do not recommend that. Alright, so we are 100% down. So, nice little jack. It's, like I said, it's a good price, especially if you get it during the winter with the coupon. You can get different wheel chocks, obviously, depending on what you want. Oh, here's something. Here's an R6 seat that I just ended up cleaning. My buddy, so he had it, and, he had some baby powder on that day. I don't know if he put it on the seat or, on him or whatever it was, but the whole seat, this whole part over here was all stained white. And, I tried using soap and water to get it out, and it did not work. So I did have to do some research and had to get a certain chemical and everything, and it's like brand new now. So we saved him a good amount of money, and he has a good, perfect OEM seat. So I was pretty happy with how that came out. But obviously I'll show you a picture of this thing. So here's my buddy's R6 seat that I ended up cleaning for him. And, when he was riding one time in the summer, he had some baby powder on. I don't know if he put it on the seat or if he put it on himself, but either way, it ended up getting all over here on the seat. And I'll show you a picture of that right now. So after spending some time and getting the right cleaner for it, it took a little bit, but I got the seat back to brand new, which is awesome. So we ended up saving a seat, and it's literally like brand new now. So hopefully I'll be making a video of my buddy's R6 that we just took the wheels off so that he could bring it to the shop to get new tires put on. I'm going to end up detailing the bike. I'm going to end up doing the chain, lubing it up, make sure it's at the correct spec. And then, the oil change. Hopefully I'll have my chin mount for my helmet in soon. And hopefully I can get a little riding video on the bike too. So we will see. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.